I've been talking about sparks, and so I have right here a spark gap a radio, right? You can see the spark. This is a piezoelectric sparker. But I want to talk about how sparks work in air, what causes a spark. And yes, it is an electric current going through the air, but it's not what you think. It's not what everyone thinks. So in general, if you have an electric field over 3 million volts per meter, then you can turn that air from an insulator into a conductor. And this demo is going to show you how that works. So these marbles are on this little rolling platform here, this tilted platform, and they're held up by tiny rubber bands, so they're almost about to go, but they're not. You can imagine that if I tilt this up enough, then they would all roll. But that's not what happens when you get a breakdown voltage for a spark. Instead, you start with one free electron, and that electron's going to, this tilted board is like our electric field, and these are like atoms, and those are like electrons in the atoms. That tilted board, that electric field, is going to make this one electron accelerate. It will collide with other atoms, and then they will free up other marbles. So you'll get what's called an electron avalanche. So that's the important thing. It's not ripping electrons off of atoms in the air. It's starting with an electron that collides, and that's what causes the extra electrons. And then those electrons will cause more collisions. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to pick up marbles all over the place. I don't want to do this twice. Hopefully I don't have to do this twice. So here we go. Here's our free electron, starting up here at the top. And it missed. Okay, I'm going to start again. Free electron. Now, the question is, where does that first electron come from? It comes from some type of source. So we have air, and there's always free electrons, ions. It could be an ion, it doesn't have to be an electron, a free ion around there. And it can come from a lot of different places. Well, really, two are the most likely things. Radioactive material can create this, and the other one is cosmic rays from outer space colliding with the air and causing these ions in the air. And that's what's needed to have that spark. If you didn't have any of that, you wouldn't have a spark. The end.